Okay, so what have we done? We destroyed a good section of our house and gutted out this space. We're going to be transforming it to create a master bedroom suite. That's what I'm calling it. We're only halfway done with demolition, believe it or not. Today we're going to be starting to remove all the framing that's in here. So all the 2x4s have to go down. Not just the walls, but the ceiling. So the ceiling above me is just 2x4s, and those 2x4s rest at this wall that's going to be coming down. So to take the walls down, I have to take the ceilings down first. But that's okay, because honestly, it's framed pretty badly, pretty scarily, and we have big plans. This attic above us is not a truss system. These are just rafters, so it's all open. And Ashley told me she wants a cathedral ceiling in the bedroom.
Yep.
You can see this fan. This is so low, you feel like you're gonna hit your head on it.
Feels low for me.
Yeah, that literally hit me. So it's gonna be nice to have higher ceilings in here. So let's get rid of everything. Let's just gut it out and make a big open shell, start over from scratch, and see what we can do.
Yep.
Before I start tearing out any of the 2x4s, we're gonna go through and remove all the screws because we're gonna have to take them out sooner or later. I just wanna get it done with now. We gotta remove all these old drywall screws. And that will also make removing the studs easier, not these exterior ones, but the interior, because we'll be able to stack up the wood neatly without all these screws in the way and reuse the wood. Wood's expensive, so we're gonna try to save as much as we can. All right, we did it. We got pretty much all of the screws. I'm sure we missed one or two, but we got all the screws out of the studs. I'll probably focus on the ceiling first, then take down the walls. I got a little more drywall around the attic door there that I'll have to knock down. Let's get it done. I have the ceiling pretty much gone. The ceiling is done. Now, I'm gonna pull these walls out, which I've already started kind of. You can see some 2x4s are gone. Everything is going smoothly, and we're almost done. So as we've been cleaning up the mess, we've been salvaging as much useful lumber as we can, like I said. And look at this stack that we have going. I mean, insane. That's a lot of nails to pull, that's a lot of work, but it's worth it. A hammer and pry wire works fine for getting the nails out, but we have a quicker way with our denailer tool. So that one's bent, that's why.
Done. Let's go introduce Wade. You want to?
So I'm going to keep working on these, getting the nails out, and Ashley will introduce you to someone.
And that someone is over here. So this duck started coming around shortly after we moved here. And I think it comes from one of the neighboring properties. And he's really cool. I think he's a Muscovy duck. And he comes here almost every day. And we like seeing him and having him around. We named him Wade.
Oops. All right, big progress is still being made on this clean out. We got pretty much, we got pretty much all of the wood processed. We have a big pile up here on the porch. Let me show you what it's looking like inside. Now, all I can say is don't go tearing out your house like we're doing if you don't know what you're doing, because you got to understand the structure. This is okay. This will actually stand without these walls. The walls weren't super structural, but they were a little structural in that they gave tension strength to these outside walls. I wouldn't want to leave it like this permanently, that's for sure. We're going to be bracing this back up really soon, but for a short-term thing, this is going to be fine. Right now I'm working on the floor. We're going to get that cleaned up. We're going to pull up all these old floorboards and all this new floorboards. This is a hardwood floor under there. And see what we have to work with under here, get the bathtub out, and then we're done. So now that we have the porch ripped out, that should have never been left there, I can show you guys what was happening underneath, causing the floor to be so uneven. I mean, the floor joists are not straight. Look at how heavy that angles. These are all twisted. So yeah, it's just a hard angle. This should be here, not over here. The second thing, check this out. They used an old roof rafter. You can see this end is painted. That would be the eave. And here's the bird mouth that sits on the wall. So the wall would be here. It cracked because we have a weak spot. We have a knot and a cut. So this recycled wood split and sagged. And now we have a dip in the floor. And it would be helped by this, except for it's all rotted out. You can see this beam is, you know, just all chewed out on the bottom. Basically, there's a lot going wrong with this floor, and if they had removed this, just 3 sheets of plywood worth of money and some new joists, and this whole room would have been perfect still. All this work wouldn't be needed. That's a really good example of why when we try to do work, we try to do it the best we can, and we go above and beyond. Because when you cut corners and you say, well, there's already a floor there, let's work around it, and you save a couple $100, down the road, it might be 5 years, it might be 20 years, but down the road, you're going to run into issues because of that. Not always, but you know what I'm saying. So, man, it just bothers me because it could have been avoided. We could have a perfect floor right now. So, we're going to do it right. We're going to get rid of that, and we're going to try to run full joists across and level them up and just make this nice. Even though it looks bad, it's definitely fixable. they did the floor joist.
Yeah.
Okay guys, I guess I'm gonna leave it here. Well, I pulled off some of this plywood flooring right here. Wanted to see what I was working with. It was pretty bad shape, so I got that out of the way. It actually wasn't too hard to cut it out from under the wall. Even though this is a load-bearing wall, there's no weight on it right here because we have a problem over here. You see this? Somebody cut the rim joist right there and it dropped. It dropped a lot. They just chopped right through it. I think they were trying to level something, and that's not how you do it. So this is so far down that it actually moved away from the wall. And the wall, I don't know if you can see, but it dropped a full 2 inches up here. They should be even. These top plates should be even with these top plates. And they dropped significantly. So what that basically means is that I have a lot of work to do. And all of this could have been avoided if they just did it right the first time, got rid of that old porch and put in some joists. What I'm gonna do is just get all my materials, all my supplies, and get framing this floor properly, and we'll get it back together in no time. That area over there is gonna be the trickiest spot because of that cut rim joist. I'm gonna have to do something there. And honestly, the whole thing needs more support under it. So, like I said, I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to do some thinking, do some planning, do some working, and we'll be back soon with another video. So, until next time, take care.